Sister Wives Cristin Brown treats kids like her therapist? Does Sister Wives star Cristin Brown Woolley treat her kids like a therapist? It feels that she has forgotten that her 6 children and their partners are just that. They can be an ear to listen to and a shoulder to cry on, but not constantly. Fans have started to notice this and are calling her out. What are they saying? Keep reading for more details. Is Cristin Brown treating kids like her therapist? Cristin Brown Woolley raised the children on her own while the OG Sister Wives lived their own lives. Mary Brown was a loner who gravitated toward their eventual 4th wife, Robin Brown. Then, 2nd wife, Janelle Brown liked to work, so she was constantly out of the home or doing her own thing. Eventually, Janelle and Cristin started to bond in Las Vegas when they took real estate courses and became licensed agents. Though Cristin never practiced, it was still a new adventure for her. In Flagstaff, she and Janelle continued to grow close, and their kids have always been one core unit. It bothered Cody Brown how much Janelle and Cristin liked each other. He had claimed they talked poorly about one another for years, so their tight sisterhood was a shock and a slap in the face. This continued when Cristin left the Plural family and moved to Utah. However, Janelle was still in Flagstaff, so Cristin confided a lot in her older children. With her dating life, she has used her children as her confidants. At times, it has become too close for comfort, and Sister Wives fans have noticed. A Reddit thread was started to discuss this, with the OP saying this: Cristin needs friends. Seriously, the way she gossips with her kids about her new relationship is weird. So, did other followers agree that it was weird, or did they think it was fine? Cristin has always leaned on her girls as her therapists. First Aspen took the brunt, then it went down the line. Sabelle even said during a couch confessional when the divorce was happening that her mom leaned on her a lot. More friends or therapy? At the end of the day, does Cristin Brown Woolley need more friends, or does she need a therapist to vent to? Or, if Janelle Brown lived closer, would it make things easier? More Sister Wives fans weighed in. I think the show directs her to do this because they know the audience likes to see the kids. She probably does need more friends, though. We don't know if she has any girlfriends besides Janelle, so I would reserve judgment on that. A consensus was Cristin was likely probed by production to discuss these things with her children, so that is why it came off the way that it did. She does have friends, and they have been shown, but how close they are is unknown. This is her first real relationship aside from Cody Brown, so if she is a tad giddy, is it that big of a deal? Cristin Brown has long been a beloved figure on Sister Wives, admired for her warmth, down-to-earth demeanor, and fierce devotion to her children. But as the tides of her life shifted, so did the roles within her family. Now, with Cristin carving out a new chapter post-divorce from Cody, there's been growing speculation among viewers. Is Cristin unintentionally turning her children into her therapists? For years, Cristin stood as the 3rd wife in the Plural marriage to Cody Brown, one that became increasingly rocky as the dynamics within the family started to change. Cristin often felt overshadowed, her needs unfulfilled, and her voice unheard in the vast Brown household. Over time, as tensions with Cody mounted, her bond with her children only grew stronger. They became her pillars of strength, her confidence, and, some fear, her emotional sounding boards. From early episodes of Sister Wives, Cristin was always seen as a nurturing, fun-loving mother, balancing the demands of a Plural marriage while still giving her children the love and attention they deserved. But after her split from Cody, something began to shift. Fans began noticing how deeply she confided in her children about her struggles with their father, particularly her older kids like Aspen, Mykelti, and Sybil. During moments of raw vulnerability on camera, Cristin shared her innermost thoughts about the end of her marriage, her frustrations with Cody's behavior, and the emotional toll of feeling neglected. And while it's natural for a parent to lean on their children for support, especially during tough times, some wondered if Cristin was crossing a line, perhaps blurring the boundaries between parent and therapist. Cristin's children, especially the older ones, had front-row seats to the unraveling of their parents' relationship. They witnessed the discontent, the arguments, and the increasing distance between Cody and Cristin. But more than just witnesses, it seemed they were also being asked to bear the weight of their mother's emotional turmoil. In one particularly emotional scene, Cristin sat down with Isabel, sharing her heartbreak over how Cody had treated her in recent years. Her voice trembled as she recounted the pain of being overlooked, her desire for love unmet. Isabel, clearly empathizing with her mother's anguish, offered words of comfort, but viewers couldn't help but notice the roles were reversed. The daughter was now the one offering solace, while Cristin seemed to be seeking refuge in her child's emotional maturity. This dynamic isn't uncommon in families going through divorce, especially in situations where one parent feels isolated or unsupported. Cristin's decision to leave Cody was a brave one, undoubtedly necessary for her own well-being and happiness. But in navigating this new chapter of her life, she may have unknowingly leaned too heavily on her children, particularly her older daughters, for emotional guidance. Some fans have raised concerns about the long-term effects this could have on Cristin's kids. While it's clear that they love their mother deeply and want to support her, constantly being on the receiving end of her emotional struggles could lead to a type of role reversal known as parentification. This occurs when children are forced to take on responsibilities typically reserved for adults, often providing emotional or psychological support to a parent in distress. Over time, this can lead to feelings of burnout, anxiety, and an overwhelming sense of responsibility for the parent's well-being. But it's important to remember that Cristin isn't deliberately trying to burden her children. She's navigating a complex emotional landscape, one filled with years of suppressed feelings and unresolved conflicts. As she embarks on a journey of self-discovery and healing, it's only natural that she would seek support from those closest to her, her children. However, the lines between seeking comfort and relying too heavily on them for emotional support can be thin and easy to cross. In recent interviews and social media posts, Cristin has made it clear that her priority is her children's happiness and well-being. She frequently gushes about how proud she is of them, how strong they've been through the family's ups and downs, and how much she values their opinions and perspectives. This bond between Cristin and her kids is undeniably beautiful, a testament to the strength of their family unit. But at the same time, it's crucial for Cristin to recognize that her role as a mother must come first. In moments of vulnerability, Cristin has shared how challenging it is to navigate life post-divorce, especially after being in a plural marriage for over 2 decades. She's learning to stand on her own, to prioritize her own needs, and to rebuild her sense of self outside of the Brown family dynamic. But in doing so, she must also ensure that her children aren't unintentionally shouldering the emotional weight of her personal growth. As Cristin continues to evolve and heal, fans are hopeful that she will find healthier outlets for her emotions, whether through therapy, close friends, or even new romantic relationships, so that her children can continue to thrive without feeling the pressure of being their mother's emotional caretakers. Ultimately, Cristin's journey is one of transformation, not just for herself, but for her entire family. And while the road ahead may be filled with challenges, there's no doubt that she has the strength and resilience to create a future filled with love, happiness, and balance for herself and her children. After all, Cristin Brown has always been a fighter, and this new chapter of her life is just the beginning of her greatest triumph yet.